Let's suppose you're having lunch with two producing partners and they say, we found this great Cineplex that we want to show our film at. We really mesh with the theater owner. And you say, great, make sure A, B, C, and D are done. What would those things be? Money-wise, contract-wise?
Ooh.
What would you advise? Just to make sure, relationship's great otherwise.
That's you, that's all you.
Well, really it's more about promotion at that point, do you know what I mean? Because it's a relationship on that, and it's really the time that you're targeting of the space, and then how are you going to market your project. And that's the hard part of four-walling, and that's why most people fail at it. So
I can throw one thing in there. I would tell them to make sure that they're willing to have this venture with this theater chain for this evening that they're showing their movie, or however long it is. They have to be willing and able for that to lose money. They have to spend more than they expect to make in order to make it successful, so that that theater chain or some other theater chain will go, hey, we went in on that.
right, and it's also just not about one night.
It's never about
too.
one night. It truly is the tortoise and the hare. This is a long race, and you have to be willing to be in it for a long, long time. It's possible to hit the ball out of the park the first night. It's not likely, but it's possible. Then you have to go back and look at all the reason why there are one-hit wonder groups in music way back when is their first song was a huge hit. They had nothing to back it up with. It would have been better for their first song to have been top 20, their second song to have been top 10, their third song to have been top 5, and the fourth one to be number 1. So you have to factor that. You have to factor longevity in. It's especially hard for young people to think about longevity. People ask me all the time, did you think Dukes of Hazzard was going to last this long? And I said, I didn't think I was going to last this long. I mean, I didn't know that we were all supposed to die in 2000, remember?
And all the computers were supposed to
I know, it's supposed to be terrible. Y2K.
15
Marketing.
years later.
So yeah, you have to be willing to lose money. Can't be about the money. If it's not about the money, you'll make money. If it's about the money, you won't.
I agree, 100%.
So what if a theater says, we don't do 50-50 splits, and you're going to have to put up a screening fee of X amount of dollars for the week or the night?
That's all stuff that's in negotiation, and that's why you pick and choose your times, and that's all part of a strategy on how you approach that theater owner. And that's all part of that questionnaire, what's working and what's not working, and where are their weak spots.
Okay. Because we've known people that they've wanted to screen in other cities that were very expensive, and it was worth it to them to lose money. They wanted to put up, whether they had to do it on their credit card or not, a huge chunk, because they wanted that coverage in that city in the major paper. They wanted all the things that went along with that. So you feel that maybe sometimes it is worth the risk?
Absolutely.
As long as you're not being taken advantage of. I mean, there are folks who will take advantage of the young filmmaker, the young car salesman, the young whatever. And you have to be smart. You can't just say, okay, well, I'm going to throw out a bunch of money. You have to be smart and negotiate with them.
And also, a lot of it's relationship, too. I mean, as anything in this industry, everything is relationship based. The relationships that you have and the relationships that I have, the theater owners that we're going to speak with, some are your side of the coin and some are from my side of the coin.
Right.
I mean, it's not like we're just calling up, cold calling. It's relationships. That's why you have been in the business as long as you have, and I have too.
But again,
we're
not going in. See, we're in a very unique position. I recognize that, but we're taking advantage of it. If we go in and say, hey, what can we do for you? It's different than somebody that nobody has any idea who they are coming in and say, what can we do for you?
True.
But there's nothing wrong with, it's not unfair to take advantage of your advantage. It's stupid not to. So that's what we're going to do. But we have to deliver. If someone nobody knows goes in and says, hey, I want to try this, I'd love to help you out, have you known as the independent filmmaker friend, and then they better deliver. That doesn't mean they have to make money. They just better do what they say they're going to do, and they better be vigilant in showing up and making sure that they've got the advertising they said they'd get. They've done everything they can to make sure people come to the movie. And people aren't mean. They'll say, "Well, kid, you really worked hard at that. Better luck next time. And when you're ready to do it next time, call me." They'll do that. But if you come in and just talking a big game and then don't follow it up, don't even try, forget it. You're not going to work for me or you or anybody in this room or any other room.